In order to assemble your hexagonal cage, you will need the box of parts, a rubber mallet, a screwdriver, and pliers. This may be a two-person job, but by following these instructions, you should be able to assemble the cage in about 45 minutes. Begin with the front and side panels. The front panel has two large doors, while the side panel has two small doors. Make sure they're standing up with the gaps on the bottom. Angle the panels next to each other as shown, then slide in a long post so that it's holding the two panels together. Make sure the welded side of the post goes on top. You may have to use a rubber mallet to push the post all the way down to the edge where the panels meet. The legs of the panel should overlap as shown. Continue this process all the way around with the other plain back panels, but do not connect the last back panel with the front panel. Your cage should look like this. Now, find the galvanized bar and place it across the cage between the two gaps in the side and front panel. The extra strip should be facing up. It should fit into the corner of two of the back panels. The top and bottom of the bar should rest on top of the two edges at the back of the cage. On the other hand, at the front of the cage, the top of the bar should rest beneath the top edge, and the bottom of the bar should rest on top of the bottom edge. Now that the galvanized bar is in position, you can close the cage panels and insert the last post. Your cage should now look like this, with all 6 sides attached together and the bar in place. Next, insert the galvanized pan with the tray, face up, into the bottom edge of the bar. It should be completely in with the lip of the tray overlapping the edge of the panel. Now slide the grill into place over the pan so that it's resting on top of the galvanized bar and next to the extra strip. Repeat this process with the other galvanized pan, tray, and grill, and your cage should look like this. Next, you will be assembling, then attaching the roof onto the top of the cage. You'll be using 12 small screws, washers, and nuts. The panels will be attached as shown, with the curved edge overlapping the straight edge. The screws should go through the holes on each roof panel, and you can screw them in by hand. Wait until the assembly is complete to tighten them. Once the 6 roof panels are connected, screw in the roof pinnacle with the hardware shown. Now slowly lift and lower the roof onto the top of the cage with the edges overhanging. In order to attach the roof to the top of the cage, you will need to untwist each screw, one at a time, allowing the straight piece on the panels to slide between the roof panels. Line all 3 holes together and insert the screw once again. Once the roof is attached to the cage, you can tighten the screws using the screwdriver and pliers. Next, you will be attaching the wheels to the bottom of the cage, using 2 large washers and a large nut for each wheel. Lift one side of the cage and insert the wheel post through both holes of the panel legs. Use the wrench provided in the box to tighten the wheel. Continue this process until all 6 wheels are in place. Your cage should now look like this. The final step is to place the 2 flaps over the gaps at the bottom of the front and side panels. Simply hook the flaps into place over the gaps to cover the slide-in tray and grate. The assembly of your hexagonal cage is now complete. In order to maintain your cage, try Cage Clean, a hard-working yet gentle cage and accessory cleaner. See our website for hundreds of products to fill your cage, like bending ropes, feeding dishes, and climbing branches. In order to install accessories to the top of your cage, simply use magnetic hooks.